closer though to being able to tell us how much it has cost the state so far?
No, but as soon as I am able to do that, then I'm sure we will be able to do that.
Is it responsible to pull out of a contract without being able to tell us how much it's going to cost?
Well, any contract that is amended or changed is a subject of detailed negotiations. Those negotiations are coming, they're actually happening now. And when that work is finished, when there's an outcome, then we'll report.
Respectfully, you have an idea though going into the
and with an equal amount of respect, I think I've tried to make, and I apologise if I haven't been clear with you, I'm not conducting these negotiations in Maryborough at a press conference while there's a team of people in London meeting with the Commonwealth Games authorities. So I think that's pretty clear. The other point is, we've seen some of the Australian elements, some of the local elements from Commonwealth Games organisers. They've had a bit to say the last couple of days. Fair enough. They're disappointed. I get that. I'm not going to have a debate with them. I'm not having an argument with them. Or, as much as I might like to respond to many of the things they said, I'm not going to do that because that would potentially undermine and jeopardise the negotiations that are productive and ongoing on the other side of the world. When they're finished, though, and they will be, we will report the outcomes. We'll be fully open about that.
You must have you've already spent. You must have an idea to weigh up the cost.
Well, no, we've got to go through. And again, I'm not necessarily in a position. No, I'm not necessarily in a position to be going into great detail about costs that have been incurred when the discussions in London are on that exact matter. Costs that have been incurred. Again, I've done more press conferences than most. I've answered more questions than probably many people in this role. We'll answer the questions when we can answer them, and when answering them. So when we have the answers, some of them we don't yet. Like, what's the ultimate outcome of the negotiation? Well, it isn't finished yet, so I can't answer that. I'm not going to speculate, and I'm not going to do anything or say anything that potentially compromises the interests of Victorian taxpayers and sees us having to pay more.
Do you acknowledge, though, that you're asking a lot of Victorian taxpayers to just trust you, wait and see what the fee will be, we'll work it out?
Well, what's the alternative?
Knowing what it is before you rip up the contract?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be as clear as I can. There's a negotiation going on at the moment.
You are asking.
You're wanting me to give you an answer to a. You're wanting me to either speculate. Well, I'm not doing that. Or you're wanting me to provide you with the answer to a question that has not yet been resolved. That negotiation is ongoing.
Are you trying to negotiate down the amount that
was in the
contract?
It's a negotiation, and I'm not going to speculate about the negotiation. Let me tell you this. If you want to talk about what's being asked of people, I am not asking Victorian taxpayers to spend $6 or $7 billion on a 12-day event. I'm not doing it. As disappointed as some of these Commonwealth Games officials are, I understand that, but the decision has been made and the decision will not be changing. We are not running these games in 2026. We are, however, engaged in a meaningful and productive discussion and a negotiation, and we will conclude that, and when we do, we'll be able to report progress to you, because A, we will have the answers, and B, that process will be over and we will not be cutting across it by talking about it.